let's get into some college football. Big game for y'all two tomorrow. Saturday Night Football on ABC, 7:30 p.m. Alabama versus Georgia. Who wins?
I'm scared. I'm scared, bro. I do not like playing Alabama, and usually I'm a homer man, but I'm legit frightened. Even though we're playing at home and we're playing the blackout, it's so much stuff going against us. The last team that beat us at home was Bama. The last team that beat us during the blackout was Bama. And it's so much going against us at this point. And I'm just afraid at this point. It's just like I said, it's a very, very frightening thing. One person scares me the damn most, and that's that damn Ryan Williams. This dude scares me.
Especially after what happened last year.
Exactly. But on that note, who's that coming down the track? It's the mean machine in the red and black. I'm still going with that red and black. I'm still going with them. You got to have faith, man. We at home. We bringing out the black jerseys. I think that we have a chance to win. I think we have a pretty good chance to win. Especially, I think our resilience got tested when we faced Tennessee in that away game. I think that if we get into a situation where we have to show and tell this year, we can. And I believe that Mike Bobo, as much as he's criticized for his conservativeness, as much as he was criticized for his conservativeness last year, it looks like he's unleashed the playbook when it comes to Gunnar Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's unleashed that playbook. And Gunnar Stockton is able to make plays, and those receivers, they're holding on to the ball a hell of a lot better than they were last year. Sometimes the defense is on and off. I know that kind of scares me, but I think we have a legitimate chance in order to win this game. I think that we can win this game considering the things that we have there. Like I stated, if we still had Carson, I'll be even more afraid than I am now. I am afraid, however, I believe that we have a chance to win this game. So on that note, who's that hopping down the track? It's the mean machine in the red and black. Ain't nothing fonder in the land than the drunk up narsters for Georgia fan. Go dogs, go dogs, go dogs, woof woof, bark bark. I'm going with them dogs.
BRF?
I expect an evenly matched game. And I mean, I said it after that week 1 performance, even though it was just Marshall. Gunnar Stockton is a better fit for Mike Bobo's offense and his scheme than Carson Beck was. I said it. Gunnar Stockton's a better fit. Just it's the sheer athleticism that Gunnar Stockton brings, his ability to run the ball, and I think he has a little bit of a stronger arm than Carson Beck. I think what I loved about Gunnar Stockton in that Tennessee game was his poise. I mean, let's face it. There are levels when it comes to college football stadiums, and there's like a handful of stadiums in college football that's like a death note, like a death certificate. Like you got Neyland, you got you got LSU, Death Valley, you got the Horseshoe, Ohio State, you got Happy Valley, Penn State. Yeah. I mean, there's the Big House in Michigan. I mean, there's just levels when it comes to certain stadiums. And Neyland's in that tier in terms of hardest places to play. That stadium packs 6 figures easy. Like I saw one point in that game, the sound level hit a decibel level of like 126, 127. Like ridiculous noise. And Gunnar Stockton, that's like looking the devil in the eye and smiling at him. The way Gunnar Stockton played in that game, his poise, his ability to still make plays under duress. That throw to London Humphreys in the corner of the end zone on that 4th down, that takes a serious set a serious set to make that type of throw in that type of situation with the game on the line, to drop it in the bucket like that. That was a pretty throw. That play, I felt, tells me that Gunnar Stockton's ready for any moment they throw in front of him. With
This
that
could
being
be a
said,
Heisman
though,
moment. It could be a
that
Heisman moment for him.
it absolutely could be a Heisman moment if he builds on that and puts up crazy numbers and ultimately gets himself in Heisman consideration. That is most definitely a Heisman moment. With that being said, though, Alabama owns us in the regular season. Let's just keep it a buck. They own us in the regular season. The last time we blacked out Sanford Stadium was one of the worst ass whoopers I've ever seen in my life. What Alabama did to Georgia in that game. So Alabama just has this it's like this Jedi mind trick they play with Georgia whenever they get them, whether it's a regular season or whether it's a big time situation like the SEC title, just anything of that nature. It's like Alabama just kind of has that kind of hex on us right now. So it's understandable why you would want to pick Alabama in this game, because outside of the national championship game in 2022, there's no evidence to show that Georgia can beat them. There's none. But with that being said, though, I think the Tennessee game was a real, I feel like, was the test that they needed to pass in order to set them up for the rest of the season. Sometimes it takes a win like that to be a catalyst for any team in order to get them propelled and get them rolling for the rest of the season. And Tennessee could be that for Georgia. Ryan Williams, I feel like, is the next most talented wide receiver. Ryan Williams, to me, is the most talented receiver in college football, not named Jeremiah Smith. That's just how I feel. Point blank. Period. Ryan Williams is the SEC counter to Jeremiah Smith in terms of his just sheer ability at the wide receiver position. So Georgia's definitely gonna have a hard time trying to contain him because that pass defense ain't been that great. So Georgia's gonna have a time with this passing game. But I do like the receiving core that Georgia's bringing to the table this year compared to last year. With the Kobe Young, with the London Humphreys, with the Zachariah Branch. They have guys, especially Zachariah Branch, the playmaking ability that he brings to the table with his speed, not to mention the hands he has. He has really, really good hands for a guy with his stature and his ability to just game break. He has really good hands. And I mean, you have Lawson Lucky, you have Oscar Delp at the tight end, and you still got Nate Frazier, you got those running backs. Like I said, Alabama should come in with all the confidence in the world in this game because they know they've had Georgia's number. They should have every right to come into this game full of confidence in the world. But with that being said, I'm picking Georgia in this game because I think the Tennessee game awoken them, really showed them what they need to do in high pressure situations, and I think they will. I think they will finally step up to the Alabama challenge, and I think they will finally take them down in the regular season.
I got Georgia winning this one, and I think the key is just with Gunnar Stockton. As long as he doesn't make mistakes, I think he'll be fine. Use his legs, unlike with Carson Beck. And he has a strong enough arm. This could be a big statement game for him. It could actually elevate his chances as far as with the Heisman, because coming off 2 back-to-back victories against top 10 teams in Tennessee, back-to-back SEC teams against Tennessee and Alabama. They had a week off. So let's see how Georgia is prepared. Alabama's record against Georgia, 44-26, I think. But this could end. And hopefully for UGA, and again, Alabama, Ty Simpson, Jesse Palmer said it. The best thing you can do if you're Georgia, put pressure on him. Just don't keep him in the pocket too long, because when he's in that pocket a little too long, he's going to pick him apart. And lately, he's been playing better than the last game against Boston College. So I think is, for me, if you're Georgia, you should win this one.